What kind of people would bury a prophet alive beneath the roots of a tree they called God? A tree they claimed was planted by Japheth, the son of Noah, beside a spring they named Rosh Ab, too sacred for even animals to drink from. They worshipped a pine tree, Shahdarakht, believing it held divine life. They feared its branches more than the heavens above, and when truth came to their land, they buried it alive. This is no myth. This is the forgotten fate of the people of Arais. In the lush lands of the east, where the river Arais flowed with unmatched sweetness, 12 great cities once stood proudly. Life thrived, trade boomed, the soil bore abundance, but deep within their prosperity, their hearts had rotted. Each village encircled a sacred tree, grown from the pine called Shahdarakht, said to have been planted by Japheth, the son of prophet Noah, on the edge of the spring Rosh Ab. To them, it was not a tree, it was a deity. They forbade drinking from the spring or the sacred canals drawn from it. Not a man, not even their cattle, dared sip its waters. This, they said, is the life force of our gods. And so, in every village, they worshipped. They dressed the trees in silk. They offered sacrifices, cattle, sheep, their finest harvest. They burned incense until the smoke eclipsed the sky. They wept and prostrated before bark and leaves, crying for blessings. And then came the whisper. From within the hollowed trunks, a voice, young, childlike, would echo, "I am pleased with you, my faithful." It was not a god, it was Satan, and they danced to his deception. Once a year, the entire nation gathered beneath the mother tree. A pavilion of silk was raised, bearing 12 gates, one for each city. They bowed in reverence, drowned in wine, struck drums and cymbals, and danced in madness. For 12 nights they surrendered to shadow as the devil roared promises from within the tree's hollow. But Allah does not abandon his creation to darkness. From the children of Judah, Allah sent them a prophet, some say Hanzala ibn Safwan, a man of courage, a man of light. He stood alone in a storm of disbelief. "Worship the Creator of the heavens and the earth," he cried. "These trees neither see you nor hear you. You prostrate to silence." But their laughter was louder than his truth. Their music drowned out his warnings. And when their great annual festival approached, he turned his eyes to the sky. "O Lord, they mock you. They murder truth and bow to wood. Show them your power. Let their eyes see the death of what they call divine." The next morning, every tree had withered, their gods dead, their faith shattered, and their rage uncontainable. Some screamed, "This prophet is a sorcerer." Others said, "Our gods are angry because of him. We must silence him." So they conspired. They dug a deep, narrow pit. They lured him. They seized him. They lowered him alive into that pit beneath the cursed tree. Then they rolled a massive boulder over the mouth and walked away, believing they had silenced the voice of heaven. But from the earth his voice echoed in agony. "My Lord, you see my pain. My ribs are crushed. My breath is shallow. Take my soul swiftly. Let me return to you." And then silence. They returned to their celebrations, believing the gods were now pleased, but the heavens were not silent. Allah spoke to Jibreel. "Do they think they can escape my wrath? Do they believe my silence is surrender? By my might, I will make of them a lesson the world will never forget." And so it came. A red wind arose from the east, fierce, hot, furious. The ground beneath them turned to molten sulfur. A black cloud swallowed the sky, and then fire, not fire from the heavens, but from the cloud itself. Molten embers poured like rain. Their screams filled the valley, but mercy was not written for them. They melted. Their bones turned to ash. Their palaces, their trees, their gods, devoured. And the Quran says, and the people of Arais were destroyed. Quran 50:12. For 200 years, their land remained empty. Birds avoided it. Travelers feared it. But corruption returns. Another generation came, settled the land, lived righteously for a time, until they descended into a darkness even deeper. Men gave their daughters and sisters to strangers, calling it kindness. Then women abandoned men altogether, and whispered evil crept into their hearts, disguised as desire. It was then that Dallahat appeared, a she-devil in human form. She taught the women how to violate nature itself. She showed them how to seek pleasure in sin, and they followed her, laughing as they turned their backs on every law of heaven. So Allah sent no prophet this time, only a storm. First, a thunderclap. Then the ground beneath them split in two, and as the sun rose, there was no city, no song, no people, just ashes and silence. What kind of people bury a prophet alive beneath a tree they worship? The kind who vanish from the earth, and warning for all Tim.